I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to my series on quadratic equations. In this video, our focus is how do we utilize the quadratic formula to find the solution of quadratic equation when x belongs to real numbers. So in all these examples, we are taking x which is always belonging to real numbers. In the playlist, you'll also see many other ways of solving quadratic equations, including factoring and the other forms. Here are 5 questions for you. You can always pause and then look into my suggestions. Those of you who want to learn directly from me, feel free to send an email on globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. We'll begin with the solution of the very first question, which is x squared plus 3x minus 18 equals to 0. Now, this can be factored and you can find solution using factoring. However, our focus here is to use the quadratic formula, understand how it should be applied, and then find the solution. So, if you compare x squared plus 3x minus 18 with the equation, which is general form of quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c, what do you notice? Well, you see that the value of a is 1, the value of b is 3, and that of c is minus 18. Once you have these values, you can apply the quadratic formula, which is x equals to minus b plus and minus square root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So that suggests that we could have two solutions, right? Okay, so let's try to find the solutions for this equation. So we get x as equal to minus of b, so minus 3, plus or minus square root of 3 square minus 4 times a is 1 and c is minus 18. Everything divided by 2 times 1, which is the value of a, right? So let's simplify this a bit. Normally, you just use a calculator and then calculate. But here, 3 square is 9, and you see that minus and minus is plus, correct? So we could add this, and 18 times 4, 18 times 2 is 36, and double that is 72. So let me just write 72. You can use calculator to find the value. Divided by 2. Do you see that? Now, 72 and 9 will give you 18, and the square root is 81, and the square root is 9, right? So from here, you get minus 3 plus or minus. So 81 square root is 9 divided by 2. Now, let us try to find the answer. Also, remember that the question is saying solve quadratic equation using quadratic formula. Round answer to tens, right? That is kind of very important. Rounding answers to tens. I like you to pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. So that gives you actually two solutions. One is minus 3 plus 9 over 2, and the other one is minus 3 minus 9 over 2, right? And that is 6 divided by 2, which is 3. And here we have minus 12 divided by 2, which is minus 6, correct? So what is the answer? We can now write down that x is equal to what? So I'm writing answers here. X is equal to 3.0 because we have to round to the tens, okay? And it is also equal to minus 6.0. Now that is kind of important. So you have to read the question properly. Sometimes it is said leave it as the exact value. So uh, you have to answer the question properly. Otherwise, you might just lose zero point 0.5 marks here. So I hope with this, the concept of applying quadratic formula is absolutely clear. You also notice that b square minus 4ac was positive and we got two solutions. So, okay. Let's move on to the next question. You know the concept. Here the equation is 2x squared minus 3x minus 7 equals to 0, and we need to apply the quadratic formula to write down the answer. Well, clearly, A is equal to 2, B is equal to minus 3, and C equals to minus 7. So that is the first step. Write down what A, B, C will mean in this particular equation, right? You're comparing basically. And then we'll find the value of x. So x is equals to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So minus of minus b, 3, right? Plus or minus square root of b square, which is minus 3 square, right? Minus 4 times a is 2 and c is minus 7, okay? Divided by 2 times a, which is 2. So let's rewrite this. Minus minus 3 is 3, plus minus square root of 3 square is 9, and 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 7, 56. But two negatives give me one positive. So we have positive 56, correct? Over 4. So that gives you two solutions. One is we have 3 plus square root of 9 plus 56, which is 65, divided by 4. And the other one is 3 minus square root of 65 divided by 4. Now, if you leave like this, it becomes exact solution. However, in this particular case, we want to round the answer to tens, one decimal place. So let's calculate, okay? So what we have is square root of 65, and we have to add this to 3, right? And then divide by 4. So decimal value is 2.76, right? So we could write this as equal to 2.8. You get the idea. The next one here is 3 minus square root of 65, and the whole thing is divided by 4. And that gives you minus 1.265. So 1.3. You get the idea. So we have to round it to one decimal place. That is very important, and that becomes the correct answer. So I hope this concept is clear. You also saw here that b square minus 4ac was greater than 0. So that means we have two solutions. Let's move on and check the next one. So in here, we have 4x squared plus 3x equals to x minus 9. Now sometimes you may have to rearrange since we want to write the equation in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So bring all the terms together. So we'll write this as 4x squared plus 13x. Bring out x here. And then we have plus 9 equals to 0. Combine the like terms, we get 4x squared plus 12x plus 9 equals to 0. Now we are going to apply the formula, and we'll write x equals to minus b means minus 12. So I'm not separately writing what is a, b, and c now. Is it okay? So plus or minus square root of 12 square minus 4 times a is 4, c is 9 over 2 times 4. So that gives you minus 12 plus and minus square root of 12 square is 144, correct? Minus 4ac, right? So 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 times 9. 16 times 9 is also 144. Divide by 8. What do you see here? Within the square root, we have 0, right? So basically, the answer now is only minus 12 over 8. Do you see that? Because the radical part is 0. B square minus 4ac this time is 0, right? So what we land up here is that b square minus 4ac equals to 0. Now in that case, we have only one solution, 12 by 8 and minus sign. So definitely it's negative, and we are going to divide 12 by 8. To get our answer in decimals, 3 by 2 can be written as 1.5. So now, in this particular case, you observed that b square minus 4ac was 0, and therefore we do not have two solutions, but we have one solution. And you also saw that you may have to rearrange the equation and then solve. Important, correct? So let's now look into the question 4, which is 3x squared minus 2x equals to x squared plus 5. Similar kind of question, rearrange first, right? And then use the quadratic formula to find the answer. Makes sense, right? So let's rearrange. We get 3x squared, bringing x to this side, minus x squared minus 2x, and minus 5 equals to 0. 3x squared minus x squared is 2x squared, and we have minus 2x minus 5 equals to 0. Now we'll apply the formula. X equals to minus of b, minus of minus 2 means 2, right? Plus minus square root of b squared, so 2 squared, minus 4 times 2 times 5, minus 5, minus 5, correct. And then divide by 2 times 2. So that gives you 2 plus and minus square root of 4. And see, minus 4 is c, right? So minus and minus becomes plus, and it is 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 5, 40. But with a positive sign. You get the whole idea, plus 4. So now we can calculate this answer. We have two different solutions since within the radical square root we have positive 44, right? So we get 2 plus or minus square root of 44 divided by 4, or 2 minus, let me write plus here, right? And minus square root of 44 over 4, right? Let's use calculator to calculate this answer. So 2 plus square root of 44. Since we need a decimal place, right? We need to divide and then find the decimal value. It gives me 2.158, right? So 2.158 will be written as 2.2, right? The next one is 2 minus square root of 44. Now we're going to divide this by 4. So that gives you minus 1.158. Minus 1.158 will be written as minus 1. So it has two solutions, x equals to minus 1.2 and 2.2. Rounding to tenths. Makes sense, right? So the last question is question number 5 for you. Once again, we have equation. You need to rearrange, bring all the terms together. It is minus 3x squared plus 2x plus 4 equals to 3 minus 2x. I prefer to keep this term positive, so I'm going to take it to the right side. So I'll rewrite this as 0 equals to, taking to the right side, I get 3x squared minus 2x minus 4, and we have my plus 3 minus 2x here. Let's combine the like terms. We get 3x squared minus 2x minus 2x is minus 4x, and minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1, correct? Now we can apply the formula b squared minus 4ac. So we get x equals to minus b, which is 4 plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac means 4 squared, minus 4 times 3 times minus 1, correct? Divide by 2 times 3. So we get uh, 4 plus minus square root of 4 squared is 16, and this is 4 times 3, 12, right? Over 2 times 3 is 6, right? So we have two different solutions. One is 4 plus square root of 12 plus 16, which is 28 over 6. And then we have 4 minus square root of 28 over 6, correct? Now you can use calculator to find answer to one decimal place. So 4 plus square root of 28. We are going to divide this by 6, and we get a value 1.54. So it is 1.5. Now, let us calculate 4 minus square root of 28 divided by 6. It gives us a negative value, negative 0.2, when rounded to one decimal place. So I hope with this you have understood clearly how do we apply the quadratic formula to find solution of any quadratic equation. Feel free to write your comments, share your views, and if you like and subscribe to my videos, it'd be great. Thanks for your valuable time and all the best.